If I
Wake up.
talking today,
Yeah, talkative today. Because normally when you wake up, you don't talk.
usually when I wake up, I just need a cup of water and a cup of coffee.
Okay, so yeah, the coffee is necessary, guys. So we are live on YouTube now. Yeah. Today we are talking about self-love. Hello, YouTube. Just to remember, the Talk Talk is a platform. It's not a class. I'm not a teacher. We are here to practice the language together. And yeah, I will put again the questions in the chat, guys. Yeah, where we can start. Deborah, can you start with the first question, please?
Okay. What does self-love mean to you personally? In my mind, personally, self-love is me recognizing my worths and treating myself with kindness, yeah, compassion and respect. I think it's involving embracing your I don't know, your mistakes and imperfections. I think it is.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a good definition. And what do you think, Marcio? What do you believe is self-love for you?
For me, self-love mean I get to realize my things. For example, I have I forgot the name. Vontade. Learn English, learn Spanish, learning another instrument. I get in my opinion, realize my things. I love myself, not only thinking another person. I complicated this question.
No, yeah, but it's a good question. I totally agree with you. It's something when you prioritize yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the purpose when you have a self-love, it's to improve yourself. Yeah, I believe that maybe. Yeah. So, and you, Yasmin, what do you think? What is self-love for you?
I think that when you love yourself, it means that you have that kind of personality that it's not too much easy, for the others, because you know your limits and you easily say no as an answer, and you don't care what the others will think, about you.
Yeah,
And
it's like
you can be true in your words, and and you will respect yourself, you respect others, and in a way we don't usually respect 100% the others. We always try to question, try to doubt. I think that's a very good personality from someone who loves themselves.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, and I think it's involved, like the video says, set boundaries. Yeah, because you need to create some boundaries to interact with other people, persons, yeah, in your life. So it's really important. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a good answer. And about you, Katiana, what is self-love for you?
I think self-love starts with respect yourself and improve the things who you love, I think, because when you understand the respect for yourself, I think the other things come together, no? And I think when I respect my feelings and my time, I think it's a kind of love.
Perfect. You bring a good idea in my mind. When you start when you start love yourself in the first moment, it's a good moment to improve yourself, enhance your activities in your day, and you can expand that in our relationships. Yeah. So it's a good idea when we talk about that. And yeah, for me, it's I agree with you guys, and I believe it's really important, really important to recognize about self-love. And yeah, but sometimes the people confuse self-love with selfishness. Yeah. And sometimes you can be judged, yeah, by the others. And so you are a selfishness because you have a self-love. So because of that, I bring the second question. And Yasmin, can you read the second questions, please, and answer? Oh, sorry, you are mute. Your mic is turned off.
I'm sorry. What is the difference between self-love and selfishness? I don't know. The difference.
It's a good question. Partly, I need to say that it's a good question because it's hard to me.
I
Marcio,
think
can you answer that question?
Yeah.
First? Okay. Yasmin,
Yeah.
you can answer after, okay? Marcio will start. Thank you, Marcio.
In my opinion, about self-love and selfishness, self-love, I believe, I think about myself, my resolve, my things, my wish, and another things. But I don't forget another person.
He moved
You
me
can,
for me.
yeah, Marcio, I think your connection.
This place, my connection is bad.
Okay, go ahead.
Improve now? Thank you.
It's better now.
I repeat, for me, about self-love and selfish, self-love, I believe, I think about self, my wish, I get realize my things, but not forgot another person. For example, in my case, I have my family, my wife, my son. I need think about myself, but I think about my family. Another about selfish. I think only myself, not worry another person. Only myself. But nowadays, it's necessary you self-love because it's the first importance about you realize your things, but you is necessary to think think about another situation. Your family or your community, your work, your friends, people's involved in the moment you realize different things, in my opinion.
Perfect, Marcio. Thank you for bringing that idea because it's hard for me, partially talking. Sometimes the people judge me and, oh, you are selfish. It's not, I'm not selfish because I have self-love. I love myself. Yeah. I need to put my family, my goals, my activities in the first time, my mental health. So it's not like a selfishness, but sometimes you can be judgment for the others, and it's hard to explain like you explain. Yeah, that. And you, Deborah, what do you think the difference? Do you agree, like Marcio said?
I
the
totally
answer?
agree. I totally agree with Marcio. I think the difference between self-love and selfish is the intention behind your actions. Self-love, in my mind, self-love is about the caring for yourself and healthy, put on and balanced way. And well, in the words, while still consider the needs and the feeling of the others, and it's a positive and feed mindset. Selfish, on the other hand, pay no attention to the well-being of the other and focus only on person, gain falta consideration for another person, another feelings, like Marcel said. I think this, but but sometimes I think is you need selfish in the specific situation. Yeah, I think this.
Perfect, Deborah. I totally agree with you. It's involve intention, the purpose, yeah, the relationship. So it's a good question. And you, Katiana, what do you believe? What's the difference? Do you agree, or do you have an example about that?
I think, like the other said, the selfish person don't take care about the feelings of the other persons, and it's different because self love. I think it's respect yourself, but I think you have limits for this because when you thinking você só pensa em você, somente em você.
Just thinking yourself, yeah.
Thinking yourself and forgot the other persons. I think it's the limit, no?
Yeah.
I think respect the others and the limit. It's the difference between the selfish and self-love.
Perfect. I totally agree with you, and I really like when you talk about feelings. I think that's a good point when you talk about selfishness, because when the people it's selfishness, sometimes she don't it's not responsible about the other feelings. Yeah. So when you talk about feelings, it's a good point to bring the difference between self-love and selfishness. And you, Yasmin, do you agree with us? Do you have any idea in your mind about that?
Yeah, I agree with you guys. I think it depends on the situation. I think that when you're a selfish person, you think about yourself only, and without thinking about the others, and how can I say, without making maybe something bad for them, with your choice. And when you love yourself, I mean, in a decision, when you have to do the better for you, you don't think about the others because you're thinking about yourself. And even if you choose something better for you, without thinking about them, it won't make any harm for them. I think that's a difference too.
Yeah, perfect. I totally agree with you. And you have a good answer. Yeah, in the first moment you don't have anything in your mind, but you said everything about that. So thank you for sharing. So the question number 3, Deborah, can you read and answer that question, please?
Okay. How do you prioritize self-love in your daily life? Yeah. Well, I prioritize self-love in my daily life. I dedicate my time for self-care activities. I make it a point to engage in activities that bring me joy, like learning language, because I love language news, hiking, and watching movie series. And I don't know English, but I handcraft. I think this handcraft artesanato, because I love this. And yeah, I think this. I asked for support. Yeah, I think this.
Perfect. When I start to think about that, it's involved your hobbies, yeah, your activities in your day, and
Yeah.
maybe you make you happy. And like Marcio said, I believe it's involved structured goals in your life, in your professional life, or learning something. Yeah. What do you believe, Marcio? How can you prioritize your self-love in your day?
So in my case, I prioritize about the organization. I forgot the organization my time, because I need work, I need pay attention my family, and another thing is in my house and work. But I need to have my time. For example, routine Sunday by Friday. I wake up, I work at night. I help my wife in the 14 and talk a little. After take a shower, I start my time where I study my college course about administration this moment, and I study English every day. I get to participate in the meeting 8 or 9 p.m. Monday and Friday. This is my routine during the week. This moment is my moment of self-love, because I take care my things where I can develop my skill about English, and I develop my study about administration. This moment for me during the week is my moment self-love. In the weekend, I have my moment because I participate this meeting Saturday and Sunday too. But another moment for me is my moment to relax. Generally, Saturday at night, I have my time for to drink a beer. I think I think several things about my life.
So, Marcio, I really proud of you because I believe the routine is so important to, yeah. So I'm really proud because I never thought about that, like a routine, it can be improve my self-love, but it's a good point. And yeah, I believe it's important. Organize your activities in your day, because when you have a planning, you can remember about yourself. Yeah. And so that will improve, or you will live intentionally. Yeah. So it's a good one. And about you, Katiana, how can you prioritize yourself, like running? Guys, Yasmin, do you know Katiana running 7 kilometers today at the morning?
Katiana
Wow.
is the person who works in 12 projects
Yes,
at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm a crazy,
God.
I'm a
You
crazy
run 7
person.
kilometers. Oh my God. What am I doing?
I think, Bel, I prioritize myself when I start my day with do exercise, because for me it's so important to have this time in the morning. For example, it's my time for pray. First, when I wake up, I pray. I have meditation, and after this, I running, or I go to the pool, at the swimming pool. It's my moment. And if I don't start the day with these things, I think I'm not happy, because I'm feeling I don't have time for me. And it's my moment. It's the moment when I take care myself. Eu cuido de mim mesmo. Because in the other moments during the day, I take care of the house, my door, the
Yeah,
the different things in the projects. It's so different.
yeah, it's like Marcia said, yeah, we need to split your activities in your day. So
Yeah.
I'm totally agree with you. And my routine, it's like your routine, because I have a morning routine, because in the first moment at the time, it's my moment. Yeah. So I try a meditation. I'm taking notes about my plans, my activities in your day. I'm grateful person, and I'm trying to do exercise, because it's the first moment, it's my moment. So I think that moment, it's my moment to self myself. Yeah, I love myself. So I totally agree with you. We have the same routine, and I think it's the good moment. And I totally agree with you. That's changed my day. Yeah, when I start my day, think about me and about my plans, and about how it's important to be good to help the others, yeah, during the day.
Like feed your energy.
Yeah, that's it. So, and you, Yasmin, tell me.
I totally agree with you guys. But I think there's something more. It's not only what we do, it's where we are, who are with us, and who we are. I mean, it's what we do. No, it's what we can do in a day to get healthy, to be happier, to be okay with ourselves, with our choices, going to the gym, calling for your grandma, I don't know, saying that you love your sister, your friends. And I think when you go out with your friends, with someone, and that person do not make you feel good, you have the choice to not be with the person anymore. That's a way of self-love. If you don't need to be with everybody, you don't need to go out and laugh with everybody, because there's people who unhappily make us not feel okay. You know what I mean? There's some people that pull you up, and there's some people that drag you down.
Yeah, it's
and
like
if you start choosing who you with, in your day, at night, that's a way of self-love, make you feel okay. And you don't need to explain yourself for anyone, for any reason, and there are some places that you're not okay to be, so you don't have to go.
Yeah, it's very deeply,
I mean,
Thoughts?
it's not only going to the gym, you know, it's who you spend your day, where you spend your day, what you do,
Perfect.
you know.
Yeah, perfect. I totally agree with you. And it's a very deeply when you talk about that, because in my mind that's involve, like Vido said, protecting yourself about your connection with others. Because sometimes you are in the different environment, and that environment don't allow you bring, or sorry, you grow up. Yeah, so
Sure.
you
Yeah.
need to pay attention about your environment, about your connection with another person, because
Yeah.
it's important. Self-love, it's not just about you, like we said before, it's about your connections too, and the other people, other persons in your life. It's very important to recognize and pay attention about that. Yeah, because that's, in my opinion, involve energy and connection, and yeah, everything. It's a good one point.
Yeah, I believe that. I mean, when some friends, you know, call me, oh, let's go to birthday of someone's birthday, and I know that it's not gonna make me feel okay, or I feel something not so good about this person. It's my experience, and I say, no, I'm not going because I don't want to, and that's okay. You're not being how can I say how can I say, you know, it's a bad person because you're declining convite. How can I say convite?
Invite?
Invitation.
Invite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I totally agree with you. Thank
So
you
you
for
have
sharing
to know
that.
those things, and you have to choose.
Yeah. So I really love answer that question, that answer, because I grew up a lot when I start to think like in the other perspective. It's very it's amazing. It's amazing. It's an amazing moment for me.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Katiana, can you read and answer the question number 5 about challenges and barriers, obstacles to yourself, love yourself? Oh my gosh.
Okay. The question number 5. What are some common barriers of challenge to practicing self-love? I think it's because this kind of things started when when I was a kid, and because I think when you grow up loving yourself, you understand the importance of respect yourself and put respect for the other persons, and não ultrapassar os seus limites. And I think these things start when you was a kid, I think, because it's so important understand about limits. And now I speak every time with my daughter. You are a very strong girl. You're so beautiful, and improve these things. But don't não deixe os outros te subestimarem. I think it's start with when I was a kid, I think, because this kind of feelings, I think it's if the person grew up without without this kind of feelings, I think it's more difficult when you are adult or teenager. It's more difficult for improve the self-love.
Perfect. Yeah. I totally agree with you. When we are a child, we need to recognize that, yeah, like a kid, recognize your failures, yeah, everything, like you said. It's a good one. Because when you are a grow up or adult person, it's hard to recognize that, because you never listen, you are good, you are respectful, you are, yeah, enough. So sometimes we don't recognize that. So it's hard to recognize when you are adult person. Yeah. What do you think, Deborah? What do you think? Do you agree, like Katiana, the big challenge is to start recognize that when you are a child?
Yeah, I totally agree, Katina said, but I think is nowadays I have more obstacles, common barriers to practicing self-love. I think include the social aspectos, expectativa social. I think is social expectations. And influences, because nowadays I have a lot of influences, and this influence have a perfect life, yeah, perfect bodies. I think it's barriers do you practice self-love also too. I feel sometimes you the persons see this perfect life, and you feeling of guilty or about this because you don't have a new cell phone or the perfect bodies. I think this is a barrier to practice self-love. And the addiction, like Katiana said, compare yourself to others. Yeah, it's search the perfection. It is very difficult in this moment in the social media and a lot of influences.
Yeah.
I think this
Perfect answer. I totally agree with you. It's a good point when you talk about influencer, social media, because that's involved another purpose. Yeah. Sometimes the people just will be good with have a smartphone or a lot of material things, but it's not about the person. Yeah. You don't are be special because you have a status or material things, yeah. And sometimes the society confused, yeah. So self-love, it's not about material things, it's not about to be, yeah. It's about your values, it's about yourself, it's about, yeah, to be okay, to be happy.
It's like Katina said, I think you need to teach the children about this. Self-love is know about things, and sometimes you need to teach yourself too.
Yeah, perfect. And so now I want to learn. Thank you, Deborah. Okay, thank you for sharing.
Okay.
So, Márcio, what do you believe? You are answer the question number 5 about challenge. Yeah, challenges and obstacles to practice self-love. What do you think? What's the challenge to practice self-love?
About question number 5, the challenge is organization my time, because during the day several activities different is necessary the better organization, because I forgot the name in English, atropelar your things. In my opinion, organization is the best way for your to win the barriers or challenges for practice self-love. For me, work a lot, because I said during the week my routine, I have my time. Weekend, I get separate one time for to practice my self-love. Now about Katiana motivate us this next week. I intend to separate 40 minutes, 5 minutes about practice exercise, because in my case I need to practice exercise.
It's not about the body. it's about the hormones, and I think it's not only hormones, but I work more fast and more with felicity when I do exercise in the morning. If I don't do exercise in the morning, I'm very mal-humorada, with bad humor in the morning. I think I'm a vicious. No, I don't remember vicious.
Addiction.
Addiction. I'm addiction in sports, because if
Oh.
I don't do sports in the morning, I have a bad humor. My husband said these things every day. You need running or swimming pool, because if you don't do sports, you have a bad humor during the day.
It's a good type, yeah. It's a good, and it's the best addiction because that will change your day, your humor, yeah. So it's the best addiction, in my opinion.
Yes, but because I have energy in the morning. Because at night I'm a zombie. I'm like a zombie. After 7, I don't do anything because I don't have energy. Sometimes I go to the bed 8 o'clock because I love wake up early. I love wake up for 7 hours, 8 hours, and because of this, I have energy in the morning.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way. So now we listen, Yasmin, about the challenge of barriers. What do you believe? Do you agree?
I think one of the barriers is the your daily interaction with others, you know, because we're not usual with a no as an answer, and the people think we have to explain everything to ourselves when you don't have to. I mean, talking about sports and exercises. And then for some people, when I say I'm going to the gym, and the people, why you went it yesterday, and your body's okay. You don't need to get into shape, you know. Those kind of opinions, you know. I think it's
Yeah,
a kind of barrier, because you listen to that, and then you think, is it
yeah.
is
It's
it isn't.
because you trust in your potential. You trust you can be better. Yeah. So sometimes the people tell something for you to be okay, but you know about your goals. Yeah. You know you can improve yourself. You know you can achieve more. Yeah. It's something about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of an opinion that it doesn't matter for us, you know. But uh, there's some moments that we stop and we think about it, you know. So I think that's a barrier, because we know that we have to do, we want it to do, but then there's someone who come and say something, and we stop and think about it, you know. You don't need that opinion. You know what you want to do or you have to do, but instead you stop and you listen something that you don't need to listen, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Sometimes that kind of persons make you feel it's not better, but yeah, it's like stop your potential. Yeah, it's no, you don't need to do that. You are okay, but you know about your potential. You know what do you want in your life, or deserve more. Yeah, so it's important to because of that I think Katiana agree with me. Because of that, it's important you know about your intentions, like Deborah said, and because when you have that goals in your mind, yeah, when you have your achievements in your mind, when you know about your purpose in your life, and like I make that every morning. I think it's very important because every time that will be in your life, in your mind, in your day, and it's important. Okay, I'm okay for you, but I love myself and I want to improve a lot of other things. Yeah, so I think it's that. So guys, we have one question and it's the question number 10. It's the last one. And I will read the question and I want to, maybe Márcio, can you start with the question number 10? It's a deep question, in my opinion. And the question is, could you describe yourself in a few words? And what do you love about yourself?
In my opinion, about me, everything, tudo, because is the first point about I have my self-love. For me, I know about the points I need to improve. This moment in my life, I practice English because I need to improve, develop more. Another point about exercise. I know I need to practice exercise is very, very important because you think about it, you live a long time. The practice, the exercise is very, very important. Another point, I start study Spanish because I have one time where I spend this time things not important about the internet, the popular in Portuguese names. This time I organization for I started beginning my course Spanish. I intended to practice TALKNTALK 2 or 3 months. I intend to start the meeting TALKNTALK. If for me, about myself, everything.
So are you a determined person? Yeah.
Yeah.
For
me, it's not. For me, it's not normal because a long time I'm a determined person, but I need to organize my time for I realize my wish.
Yeah, it's a good one. Thank you for sharing with us. And Deborah, are you okay to answer that question? Are you ready to answer?
Okay, it's like a job interview, but and I need to learn more about this question. But I think it's I appreciate my ability to adapt to challenges. Yeah, because I love these challenges in new things. And I think it's continually keep personal and the professional growth. Crescimento profissional e pessoal.
Okay, perfect. It's a good one.
I think it is.
Okay, thank you for sharing with us. And you, Yasmin, tell me what you love in yourself, please. It's the answer, your sister, it's not okay, okay?
I think I'm an easygoing person.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
I think I am an easygoing person. What I like about myself is my smile, my laugh, I don't know what else. I like the way I see the problems. Let me see. I don't know. I like the way I see the animals, the way I do not care about material things. Maybe I'm very hard person. I I like to write it down, because it would take some time.
Okay, no, okay. Thank you for sharing. It's very important to recognize yourself, and because it's about self-knowledge, knowledge, sorry. So, and you, Katiana, tell me, what do you love in yourself, please?
I think I'm a persistent person and a consistent person, because if you improve yourself 1% every day, in 1 year you jump for a better place, or for a better person. I think 1% every day is make me totally different in 1 year, with English, with anything where you put your energy. And I'm this kind of person.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing with us. And about me, guys, I think what I love in myself, I think it's because I love challenge, yeah, and I love improve myself. I love think about myself, about the others, and yeah, I think it's that. And I love that. uh,
It's
it's
difficult.
it's difficult to talk about yourself. Yeah, it's hard, but like I said before, I think it's very important because it's involves self-knowledge, and sometimes it's very important into your job, like Deborah said too. But it's important about yourself. Yeah, sometimes it's important you recognize your values, how can you influence the other persons in your environment. It's a good way. So guys, the time is over. I really love the conversation. So was amazing conversation. Thank you for share your ideas, your conception. Yeah, I put here the link for the survey. Please send me a feedback. I will continue love myself. Send send anything subject about the conversation. Okay, and yeah, that's it. I will be here in the next Friday, 7 a.m. Thank you for coming. Okay, bye bye, guys.
Thank you.
Good
Bye
weekend.
bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Bye bye.